everybody, welcome back to another John Drives video. I say what's up to you from beautiful Toronto. Me and Jordan, we hauled our rear up here, drove through the night, and we are now on our way to look at another drift car. It was about a 19-20 hour drive up here. It is absolutely freezing. We booked a hotel downtown. We didn't quite realize that we had the trailer with us. So let me show you where we parked. So we had to park a little distance from the hotel. Turn around here. Boom, there we go. Hey, what is this? Get that off my trailer. So luckily we found this little spot around here. We parked the truck and trailer, got a 2 hour drive ahead of us. Let's roll. So a little backstory on this car is my buddy Jack Davis ended up sending me a link to this car for sale that was up in Canada. I just looked into it for fun and I saw what was all on it and who built it. And it was built by a professional shop up here in Toronto area. It's about 2 hours outside of Toronto. I'll go ahead and go over everything that's on the car whenever I get to the shop here in about 30 minutes to look at the car. But it looked like a pretty good deal, so we came out here to check it out and potentially buy this car for another drift car. My whole theory behind it was that I was going to use my BMW as far as like a practice car, but I could not get my BMW anywhere close to where this one is now with the amount of money that he put into this car. I'm excited to finally see this car. I've been driving for 19 hours to look at this thing. It is almost time.
It looks like a well-built car. Like, I'll tell you right now, the car that I just bought, Briggs, I'll be redoing.
Really?
Almost all the fabrication stuff on it. This is like, I mean, the cage paint is dinged up from the harnesses.
Yeah.
But like, this cage is so much better than that one. It's not even comparable.
Yeah, it looks good.
It's all TIG. You got your intrusion bars and everything. This car will pass tech, like no problem. It's pass tech at every event. Fuel pump, fuel pressure regulator, excess power battery. This is just loose because I was just making sure it was charged up over the night. You got our rear grip kit, your Racing Neo Motorsport coilovers. You got a full pedal box, and this to close. There's a latch on the inside. You just got to push it forward.
Okay. You got those rear coilovers in the back, so your little shocks that you tap.
Yeah, I didn't. They're in behind this. But I did run without this a lot. But for the last event I was in, they wanted full front and rear bumpers.
Oh, they did.
So I just made something work with.
Right, for sure. That works.
This is also nice. These door cards.
Yeah, those are cool.
So they're gutted out completely, the doors, but it makes it super stiff. The doors on that they're absolute cancer to use. So I have to do something like this on that car as well. I've never felt the door on a drift car close as good as these are. You got your Aki up in the center. That valve you flip open. If you're in a long drift and the oil sloshes to the side in the pan and the pickup stops picking up oil, this will take its place and push oil into the engine, so you'll never starve the engine.
Okay.
Your fire suppression system port is here. So all your fire suppression nozzles are here. You've got 2 in the back, 2 in the engine bay, and 2 right at each wheel well, or each inside of the passenger. Your electric water pump setup. All the LS guys will be raving over how well this engine stays cool. This car never overheats. It never overheats, and it's just because of this AN setup that I did. There's no thermostat. It's just direct from the water pump. This line is the bottom of the rad. It pulls from here, pressurizes the top, and then this is a 55 liters per minute water pump. Your power steering setup is the underdrive dry sump cog because these pumps do not need to be spinning at 6,500 or 7,000 RPM, so we went with a smaller cog, and then this was a dry sump ATI balancer, so I just machined a piece and put this on there. It's a lot of custom stuff. Like, yeah, like you can definitely. I mean, everything in it is what every other pro driver does, but like if you see any car that's competition, it's just custom everything. The alternator brackets all custom, and then you've got the angle kit. This kit's like 3 years old, but I kept updating it. Like I changed the knuckles to the ones that we were using last year, so it works really well. I think that side isn't quite as good of a fit as this side.
Yeah, probably.
Your water pump's here. when you turn that on, that's going to control your water pump, your fans. So when the car is running, you're going to want both of those on.
Okay.
And then this is your alternator for charging and not charging. So when you flip that on, it means that because the alternator, without it being switched off, will drain the battery slowly when you shut the car off. So as long as these are all off, you're fine. So this is just your accessories, your fuel pump, your lights. This is your headlights.
Okay.
And your headlights also have strobes.
Nice.
And your alternator, make sure it's in neutral. It's probably almost perfect.
Yeah, it is. I like it. The single caliper in the rear, you have any issues with that at all, or?
Because it's a pedal box, the rear is actually completely separate from the front. So you'll never have an issue with it.
Okay.
3 masters here. So this is actually your front master, and this is your rear master. So what people have issues with when it's in line is when you lock up the rear, it actually stops the master cylinder that controls everything from pushing.
Yeah.
But since you have a completely separate master anyways, it doesn't affect the front brakes whatsoever.
Yeah.
Because it runs off of the front brakes have its own master. Switch, which is your accessories. And then turn on the alternator. And now you should be good to start. FRS kit, FRS BRZ, these are all 350. Got a Mega Mantis kit in here, that's the knuckle for one.
So you designed all this?
Yeah.
Sweet.
It was Dave Briggs' Pro 1 car.
Well, we got the S13 all loaded up. It is looking good. I'm super excited to test this out. There's actually a drift event coming up here in a few days, so we got to hit the road, get back to Oklahoma, and get this thing out on the track. It's going to be sweet. I'm so pumped to take this thing for a spin. It looks good. But all we have is about 20 hours ahead of us to get back to Oklahoma, but we're going to get back to Toronto and spend a day, and then head out tomorrow. Well, she is safe and sound for the night. We're here in this little parking spot. Downtown Toronto, not exactly ideal spot to bring a truck and a trailer, but it works. Got the 240 on the trailer. We just passed the border. It took a little bit of a process, but we got the all good. We officially imported a 240 SX into America, no problems. And I think we should be able to register it and street drive it if we want to. I'm not really planning on it because it's got such a crazy clutch, but maybe every once in a while it'll be fun. We have a really long drive ahead of us back to Oklahoma. We have like, how many hours do we have? We have like 17 hours, so wish us luck. We'll catch you guys whenever we're back. Well, we made it back to the house. It is currently, Mom texted me to probably get that off there. It's embarrassing. 1:37 in the morning. We sat out on this trip at like 7 a.m. but we got set back an hour, so it'd really be 2:37. Truck, trailer, car's all safe and sound. Glad we finally made it. It's been a long day. I'm gonna wrap up the video here. Let me know what you guys think down in the comments of the S13, the new drift car. I don't have too many drift cars going on right now, but we'll figure it out as it goes. Kind of have a plan along the line. I'll discuss that in a later video. If you enjoyed it, make sure you give it a thumbs up and subscribe. Thanks for watching, guys. Catch you guys in the next one.